So then guys, kind of like my last video, has nothing to do with the topic at hand, this intro, but I thought I'd show you anyway. Look at it, it's all white outside. We've had a little bit of snow, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Love snow. So hello, and yes, welcome back to another album review, guys. I'm just going to pop you in my stand here. I'm downstairs today. I'm here with my lovable psychic. There she is, Maisie dog. What you doing? You in a little sleep? You in a little sleep? Well, actually, she's my second psychic now. Sorry, Maisie. Because my main psychic in my videos is now going to be my new pet parrot, Buzz, which you guys met a couple videos back. Yeah, I'm still not what that's all about, guys. But anyway, today we're doing another album review, and it's going to be Keane, Hopes and Fears. So in this album review, I'm going to do the usual. I'm going to give you a bit of information on the album. We're going to go over each track individually. We're going to mark each track individually out of 10. Go show you my copy of the vinyl record. Then we're going to mark the artwork for this album out of 10. We're going to add up all the scores, divide it by the total number of scores given, and that will give us an overall marking for this album out of 10. But we won't be done there, because then we're going to head over to the album rankable, put it on there, see where it ranks compared to other albums I've reviewed here on this channel, and then finally we'll be done. So anyway, yeah, Keane, Hopes and Fears, a bit of a strange album for me. I normally do older albums, or if I'm going to do a new album, it's normally by a new album by an older artist. So yeah, Keane, this album came out in 2004, 10th of May 2004. So it's quite a new album. This is a debut, so it's a new band for me to be talking about, which is the first time I'm really talking about a new artist here on this channel in serious depth. I've nearly done it before. I've nearly done like a Joe Bonamassa review, and I probably will do that. And like I've nearly come close to doing a Coldplay review before, which I'm sure I'll also do. But I really wanted to do this album because I discovered this album and this band because I've really gone into this band and Tom Chaplin's solo career quite heavily recently, but I discovered this album just after I'd done my top 50 albums of all time video, and I can promise you now, guys, this album will be in my top 10 probably. It really is a fantastic album, so I wanted to come on and do a review of this album for that reason. I wanted to tell you guys, because I know a lot of people who visit my channel are really into the older classic rock scene and music, and I really want to explain to you guys why you should pick this album up, why you should give it a chance. I know it's by a newer band, and here on my channel we don't do too much of that. But I want to explain to you guys why this is a fantastic album, why it is one of the best albums you can get. So anyway, let's get started. So this was the debut album for this band, Keane. As I said, released on the 10th of May 2004, went straight to #1 in the UK. If that's not a sign, I don't know. 45 in the US, I'm guessing it just didn't get promoted well at all out there. So yeah, Keane basically went about playing in UK pubs. Good pub band, love it. Well, there was originally 4 members, but by the time this album came out, there was only 3. Tom Chaplin on vocals, and then of course you had a keyboardist and a drummer. And this album, the album didn't go into production in 1999, but the songs, lyrically, they started being written back in 1999. And then of course a lot of them were written between then and 2003. And then of course in 2003, this album, they went in the studio, recorded it, and it's fantastic. And that's generally it on information. There's not that much information out there on this album or Keane on as in what they were doing before. So yeah, that's the best I can do for you, I'm afraid. But anyway, let's get started. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tracks on here. So it opens with Somewhere Only We Know, which is one of the most famous songs from 2000 onwards, I believe. It was covered in 2013 as well by Lily, forget the surname, and it got made even more famous, became a Christmas hit, but it's of course Keane's version, which is the best, and I'm pretty sure the most well known. It opens the album, and it's got a great piano, and it has a sweet drum beat as well, and then when Tom starts singing, it's some of the most beautiful vocals ever. I really do believe that Tom Chaplin is one of the best vocalists you can find at the minute. He is fantastic. The lyrics are about going back to somewhere that was once loved. It's basically from the perspective of someone who's getting old and weak, and yeah, they want to go back to somewhere where they loved, preferably before they die, I'm guessing. But anyway, it's fantastic. It has great drum and bass to it as well. It's fantastic. Beautiful song. I really can't knock this song. It's got to be a 10 out of 10. It is fantastic. There's just no faults with it. It is a perfect song. Then we get a track called Bend and Break, which is a bit of a faster track, but follows a very similar structure, which is fine. It works so well on the first song. I've got no complaints. And again, great vocals, especially on the chorus where he says, "Finally, I don't bend and break." And it's the way he sings it. It's like he's doing his, like, Tom's doing his vocals like how he sung on Somewhere Only We Know. And then you get to the chorus and it's just like it erupts and it's fantastic. It sounds so good. And again, the lyrics are really good as well. The keyboard work's amazing on this album from start to finish. There's so many fantastic, unique tunes and styles, which I'm pretty sure have never, ever, ever been explored in music before. It's fantastic. 2 10 out of 10s in a row, guys. And then we get a track called We Might As Well Be Strangers, which is a much slower track with Tom almost singing alone, but there's a light keyboard tune going on in the background. It only lasts for the first verse, and then of course it builds up really well, and then of course it goes into I think it goes into the chorus then, and it's a really nice song, and it builds really well with his vocals, which takes a lot to do to build to a chorus through the vocals, because the keyboards don't help it much in the building. So that works really well, really well. It shows how good Tom Chaplin's vocals are. Great keyboard work again. I'm going to give this track a 9 out of 10. It's a really, really solid song. I don't love it quite as much as the first 2 tracks, but it's a very, very good song. Then we get a track called Everybody's Changing, which again is off the Somewhere Only We Know. Probably the most famous track on here, and I'm pretty sure like 90% of people on the planet know this song as well. You know, in my notes I put just another classic, because it is. It's a fantastic song. It's absolutely beautiful. Amazing keyboard work, and this is the first song on this album where you kind of get like a bit of a modern production feel to it, or a modern twist on the keyboard styling, which is fantastic. Absolutely beautiful vocals throughout it. Amazing chorus as well. It's so damn catchy. And I really like that the song structures itself really well, and when it slows down for a bit, the keyboards just sound fantastic. 10 out of 10. Another 10 out of 10. I know, it's such a good song though. Then we get a track called Your Eyes Open, which is a bit more of a mellow feeling song. The vocals feel a lot more relaxed on this song, even in the chorus. Even though it's really, really good, really catchy chorus. It's just, I think that's the approach Tom was going with on this one. He wanted it to feel more relaxed, more chilled out, and it works. It's really good. It's a really nice, easy listening song. That's the best way to describe it. Doesn't quite come up to the standards of the first 4 tracks for me, but it's really good still, so I am going to give it an 8 out of 10. Then we got She Has No Time, which is even slower at the start, compared to previous tracks on the album. But when Tom starts to sing, the drums kick in as well, and, you know, it becomes great. Again, it builds up really well, and again, just amazing vocals from Tom on this one, I'd say. It's nice to hear him doing vocals like he was doing on the first 4 tracks again over the previous song. It's kind of a breath of fresh air, almost, when you hear him start singing like this. So it is fantastic. I'm going to give this track a 9 out of 10. And then we move on to the B-side, and it opens up with a song called Can't Stop Now, which opens side 2 with a really upbeat, again, modern sounding song, which is incredible. Again, really needed after the last 2 tracks, and it opens side 2 really well. It opens side 2 almost as well as Somewhere Only We Know opens up side 1. And yeah, it's got some really nice lyrics about a man leaving home, really. And yeah, again, great keyboard work, fantastic. I'm going to give this track a 9 out of 10. And then we get a track called Sunshine, which is, it feels like I could picture this song being played in like a really serious Oscar-winning film. Like, I don't know, maybe at the minute I could see it in front of like Lady Bird or 3 Billboards or something that's just come out. It's like, it's so funny. I could really picture it. Just the start of the song, because then it turns into, you know, your typical Keane song. But the start of it really feels like that, and it's really cool. I like it. But this song feels a bit different with the echo on Tom's vocals, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'd rather Tom just sing as he is, because in my opinion, Tom is one of the best vocalists out there. He's one of the best ones in the business, and I don't see the need to put echo effects over the top of him. It really messes up the vibe of his vocals on this song a bit, I feel. But it's okay, it's still fine, it still sounds fantastic. It's very fun, funky, upbeat song, I'd say. Funky is a good word to describe this song. I mean, it's not really too funky compared to other songs out there, but for this album, it's very funky. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's not one of the best ones on here, that's for sure, but it's a good song. Then we get This Is the Last Time, which starts off really slow, but it picks up so well. It picks up straight away. It goes into some great catchy choruses, and then verses, sorry, but then the chorus itself it's amazing. It's really good. This song reminds me of Everybody's Changing, where it's a classic feel-good fun song. My God, the snow is going absolutely mental out there now. Yeah, it's a fantastic song. I absolutely love it. Again, I've got no faults with this song. I'll have to give it another 10. Yes, there's another 10. I think that's the fourth 10 out of 10 track so far. Guys, come on. If you haven't heard this album, you got to hear it. However, this is when the album does take a dip, because at the minute, this album, like, overall would be in the 9s. Takes a bit of a dip here with On a Day Like Today, which is still a good song. I enjoy this song. Starts with a kind of, I guess, funky, again, I'm going to use the word, drum beat. It's another good song, but I find this one a bit dreary at times, but it picks up really well in the chorus again, and Tom's vocals save it as well. Yeah, I'll give this one a 7. It's not great. It's a bit of a weird song. I like it, but compared to other songs on this album, it's pretty weak. But then the next track, Untitled One, is easily the weakest song on this album. I really wish I'd left this song off the album in a way, because it really pulls the album down. It has a really modern feel to it at the start, but again, it's just another dreary song. And the problem is with this song compared to the last one is, whereas the last one had the chorus which brought it back, this one doesn't have that. It's just very flat. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't do anything. Tom's vocals again save it, which is why I haven't given it a negative score, like below a 5. But it doesn't change, and by the end of it, you are pleased it's over. I'm going to give this track 6 out of 10. It is a good song, but whereas every other song in this album, including On a Day Like Today, is really good, this one just isn't. It's the only one, and it's like someone just spat on the record at this point, which is a real shame. But it is, I don't want to sound too harsh, because I don't dislike the song. It's just because every other song on this album is so good, it really feels out of place. I think they took a tip out of Bowie's book here, because Bowie loved doing that, putting one really, really naff song on an album. And then the last track is called Bed Shape, which I love. It starts off with this really slow builder, and it's beautiful. Sounds like something out of a film again. And then the piano kicks in, of course, and Tom starts singing, and his vocals are beautiful again. And it's a really good closer to the album. It's a really good song. I'm going to give this track a 9 out of 10. So, that is it for the songs, and I've done that very quick. I think it's because this album, in terms of lyrics and stuff, there's not much to go into on it. And a lot of the songs follow the strange structure, considering it's basically just keyboard and drums and vocals. So there's not loads to say in terms of these songs. In terms of reviewing them and going over them like I am, I don't think there's loads I can say on it. But these songs are so good, so calm, so relaxing to listen to, and I feel like I could hear them in any mood and still enjoy them. And they're just classic songs. They really are. A lot of them on here are really good. Again, guys, if you're new to this band and you want to check them out, the songs I recommend is Somewhere Only We Know, Bend and Break, Everybody's Changing, and This Is the Last Time. Go check them songs out, because they are all fantastic. But anyway, here is the album itself. I really love the cover. It really suits the album. It's very nice, it suits the band. It's like really classy. I really love the logo there with all the, of course, it is basically showing you what you get. You can see bits of microphones on there. I think there's meant to be bits of drums around the outside. But yeah, I really like that. And of course the back cover, again showing you the piano on the back. The album hints at you a lot what to expect. There is a gatefold, but I haven't taken it out of the shrink. But there's some pictures on the inside, as you can see. And then the inner sleeve. Get the lyrics. And more lyrics and a fantastic picture of the band at the bottom there. I love that. It looks really, really awesome. And then the record itself. Really nice. So yeah, I'm going to give the artwork for this album a 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's pretty good artwork. I like it. So yeah, I definitely recommend picking this up, guys. Keane have only got 4 albums, and I don't know if there'll be any more. But it's a fantastic album. Probably, I nearly said the best debut album out there. It's easily in my top 3. It's a fantastic debut album. But yeah, anyway, I've added up all the scores, divided it by 13, I think it's 13, 12 tracks in the artwork. This album out of 10 is going to get an 8.6. So yeah, I really wanted this album to get a 9, I can't lie, guys. But I can't give the artwork too high of a score, because at the same time it is a bit plain. And I can't be too kind to, on a day like today, an Untitled One. Because they're not great songs, and it's unfortunate that them 2 songs are on here, really, especially Untitled One, because if it weren't for them, this album could have got a 9, I think. But anyway, let's head over to the album ranking board, put it on there, see where it ranks compared to other albums I've reviewed here on this channel. Okay, so here we are back over to the album ranking board, of course. So then let's scroll down and have a look at where Keane is. Oh, that didn't take long. Let's just go up a little bit there. So yeah, there you go. You can see on an 8.6 there, tied with, get off my screen, tied with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers there. No, that's not Full Moon Fever. That's Hypnotic Eye. My apologies. And it's been beaten out by a couple albums there on 8.8s, but it's managed to beat out so many other albums I've reviewed. Let's have a quick scroll down and see what it has managed to beat out, because as you can see, there are a lot of albums which it's done quite well against. Well, it's got a lot on them too. But anyway, that's it for the album ranking board. And so, yes, that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Keane, fantastic band. Make sure you check them out if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. And I'll see you guys next time for another video.